Hello, Advanced Navigation. For this week's discussion, we will be talking about some of the advantages of using the flight plan function over continually using the Direct To feature. First off, I want to talk about a couple times that you would use the Direct To feature. The Direct To feature is meant to be a backup or shortcut option, not a primary means of navigation. And there are really only a few reasons to use the Direct To feature for navigation. For example, in some cases it can be faster to use the Direct To rather than setting up a flight plan. Say while you're en route, it may not be practical in that moment in time to go in and try and enter a whole flight plan. Like when you're just trying to get present position straight to a destination. And when you have a flight plan set up, but let's say that you deviate off course to go around a storm and would rather go directly to your next fix from there instead of rejoining your course and moving back in on that storm. Or let's say you want to divert and you're actually going to go to a completely unplanned destination that's not in your flight plan. You would hit Direct To, select maybe the nearest airport so you could get on the ground before the weather caves in. That would be a good time to use it. A real world scenario for me, I just became a CFI and I am learning that the Direct To is a good feature for, say, if I'm going out with a student and we're just going to go do maneuvers, we're not planning to navigate very far. Normally we would just use pilotage, fly out, get outside the class Delta of our home airport, do our maneuvers, and then instead of waste time kind of guessing on the pilotage to get back in, we use the Direct To feature that gives us just a straight heading back in, and it also gives us the distance so we can tell tower, Cessna 72 Golf 10 miles to the south, inbound for touch and goes or whatever. That's a good time to use it. That being said, when it comes to actually navigating from point A to B, not just point A back to point A, there's a lot of cases when a Direct To route is not practical and a flight plan would be much more beneficial. When you're going on any type of cross country, it would be super important to pre-plan your route. For example, get a weather briefing and kind of know ahead of time if you're going to fly into bad weather so you don't run into those situations where you're having to deviate from your course or divert. Using the flight plan feature allows you to customize your route and have everything entered before leaving the ground so that you're not continually hitting Direct To from fix to fix. Like if you're going on a cross country, you're not going to sit there and, oh, I passed this VOR, now I'm going to hit Direct to the next one and Direct to the next one. That would just be kind of a waste of the systems that we have now. Some other advantages of using the flight plan would be, like I said, customizing your route, but specifically planning ahead to pick fixes that are going to get you around bad weather, around special use airspaces, around temporary flight restrictions, and also planning to fly on Victor Airways. In most of these cases, going on cross countries, using the Direct To feature is likely going to take you off of a Victor Airway, possibly through bad weather, through restricted airspaces, through temporary flight restrictions, all the opposites that using a flight plan gives you. With that being said, to wrap it up, a biblical principle that I would like to apply this week is Proverbs 3, which says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take." So with that, I'm letting go of the burden of stress this week as I'm experiencing a lot of life changes, moving halfway across the country for the CFI job to time build, and just a lot of life changes this week, and I'm just trusting in Him to lead the way, and I highly recommend that. See you guys next week.